Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Alicia Elena Garmendia Castillo from the subject of translation of general and literary text, English to Spanish. In this moment, I'm going to make an oral exam for the teacher Susana Somers Nanga in the University of EXPRO. My grade is LA6J on the 4th of June in 2023. Well, in this part, I'm going to talk about the differences between the interpreters and the translators. Um, as we know a little bit, interpretate is different because it's the way of give the information in another language by orally, and they use the method of listen and speaking. The translators, as of the other part, they use the skills of writing and reading. In that part, they have a lot of tools as the CAT tool, that it's a new digital tool for develop their abilities of translating something. In the first part, the interpreters are not like the translator, because translator reads and writes, whereas an interpreter listen and speaks. So an interpreter will receive a document, read it through tripod translation. It's very good for you if you need some precise information, and it could be when you need like a legal contract, a medicine document, or something specific like that kind. But most of the parts use sometimes an interpreter for traduction that it's immediately and fast, that it doesn't take a lot of time. When you are a translator, you need to take like 3 or 4 days maybe to give the document with in the other language. But the interpreters has to work in the moment, and they need to talk in that part. For example, a person that's saying something, an interpreter needs to listen and have some approach in the culture and in the chronology to say what the other person needs to share the information. And the interpreter has two ways of doing his work. For example, um, uh, an interpreter, it could be like simultaneous or corresponding. In the simultaneous part, they use some tools as a microphone and a headphone for listen at the moment what the speaker is saying and translating at the simultaneous time. But if you need to some cultural information, the interpreter needs to be really creative, because sometimes that information could not be in the other language. In the mother tongue, maybe could be a joke, and in another language, it's not like Can you find it? There is another kind of interpreter that is the consecutive. That means when they don't have the tool for stay listen and giving the information at the same time as microphones or headphones, or if you go to some place and those places are going to be in the screen or at news or something, you need a consecutive interpretation. That means that it's a person that is taking notes by the moment that they are giving the information or the topic, and he needs to catch all or most of the information that they are providing to uh, translate that information into the other language. As this could be, it has some benefits and another uh, disadvantages. For example, benefit is that you can have the information at the moment, but most of the time, like a president or executive or something, has a person nearby them. The disadvantages are that if the person uh, whisper really slow, the listener it's not going to receive all the information. Another the disadvantage is that if the interpreter it's tired or it's already tired, uh, maybe it's not going to have all the information or understand all the information. That's why the interpreters has like many of them the simultaneous part, because sometimes um, as I investigate a little bit, they need to have a partner. So if the interpreter doesn't understand or doesn't listen all the information, the other interpreter can help to give the correct message. And but as I told you, this activity of interpreter, it's simultaneous or it's quick, a difference of the translator that they need to have a lot of time, but at the same time the other part with the translator is that the translator can use some dictionaries to improve the vocabulary or the information that it's receiving and giving back. But not all the time it's like the correct or but this one it's more specific and more detailed than the interpreters, because sometimes interpreters has to change some words to give the coherence to the statements that are providing for the person. Well, this is my oral exam. I hope you like it. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Goodbye.